Everyone knows that feeling, wanting to experience more stories, but struggling to find the time. That's where Audible changes everything. With over 1 million audiobooks and Audible originals, there's a story waiting to spark anyone's imagination. Take The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, the gripping psychological thriller that's keeping listeners on the edge of their seats. Imagine unraveling its mysteries during your morning commute, or losing yourself in its twists and turns while doing household chores. That's the magic of Audible. It transforms daily routines into opportunities for thrilling discoveries. The best part? Members get access to thousands of included titles, with new content added regularly. From bestsellers to hidden gems, every genre imaginable is at their fingertips. And with one easy-to-use app, switching between favorites or discovering new passions has never been simpler. There's more to imagine when you listen. Start a free 30-day Audible trial and get your first audiobook free at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
Don't ask me to talk. Hey everybody, welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I am Stacy Heller. I'm joined, of course, by my co-host.
Hey, I'm Eric Ryder. I'm one half of your podcast pals here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. And thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I know it's the busy holiday season. Here we are on Boxing Day.
I know, and the second day of Hanukkah.
Yeah, and so people are probably still, spending time with their families or trying to get them out of their house. Who knows? But
we're doing returns.
But no doubt, we appreciate you for taking time out to check out today's episode. And even if you're listening to this in March or whenever, we're still happy to have you.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing I think is so special and unique about this show is that it's not really, even though a big center point, at least starting point, I should say, of the show is the various holidays and things that we talk about. Really, we rarely talk about that. It's all the different tangents that particular thing takes us on.
Sure.
So it's like...
It's not time sensitive. It's just sensitive.
I don't know that I would describe the show as sensitive. It may be one of the least sensitive shows. But that said, I don't feel like... It's
sensitive to our needs.
I don't think we've done anything to be canceled.
Well, not yet.
Growth mindset.
That's right.
I love it.
Spoiler. That could come later in the episode.
Yeah. Hey, if you would like to be the Who Should Be Canceled police, you can actually go listen to past episodes of the show wherever you find your podcasts. And then what you can do is you can text us or call us at 475-999-2726 or email us at asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And
I'm sure there's got to be something that we said that somebody would find offensive.
Right.
At some point.
So, I want to know about it.
That's not the purpose of the show. We're not intentionally trying to offend anybody. We're just giving our opinions on stuff. And we are talking about fun stuff, usually. And so we leave the politics out of it, although we like to give the disclaimer that stuff is very important. We're not saying put your head in the sand at all. We're just saying sometimes you need a break, and that's what we're hopefully here to provide for you.
Exactly. And we are not as altruistic as you think because we want to put our head in the sand for just the length of this show.
Right.
Because
just an hour.
It's exhausting.
Oh, it is.
Speaking of exhausting, it is, in fact, Boxing Day. How were your holidays?
Yeah, well, so far, they've been good. Thanksgiving was fun. We talked about that.
Yes, we did.
Yes. This time, Christmas is this time, since that was yesterday. Went with a ham, and it was easy, and it was not undercooked. It was already cooked before I got it. So
well, the dark meat is pink already.
Yes. So
because with your turkey, the dark meat was pink, and that was not good.
So it was nice. Yeah, we had a good time.
How
about yourself?
It's a crazy time. So first of all, my kids came home much earlier than I was prepared for. We still have one who is in college, and he's on the quarter system. So he came home back on the 13th or something. So that's fine. However, when you go home, you just start to regress to your childhood roles. So all of his stuff was all over the place. Then his sister came home the next week on the, 17th or something. And I was not expecting her to be home that early. And then the next one came home on the 20th. So it's been a lot. And we have a lot of traditions that we need to uphold. And that's a lot. And then on top of it, we have...
But you don't have to uphold any of these. You do this because it's fun, right?
Right. Right. Hey, dear listener, how many of you are upholding traditions because they are so fun versus because they are so fun for your family?
Well, you're all adults now.
We are. And the kids are starting to participate more.
Right.
It's just that it used to be...
So I'm just saying, if
I
there's
feel like
something
I need therapy, Eric.
If there's something that's not fun, you can hold a vote on it and say, how many of us think this is fun and how many think this is not fun?
Okay.
Because I'd like to purge stuff that's exhausting to me and not fun.
So do you know what the vote's going to be? 5-1.
So you're the only one. So in that case, then you can say, fantastic. Who wants to be in charge of this? That's not me.
I need you in my head on repeat for next year. It's that we have created all of these traditions and they are fun. And when the kids were little and they were at school until right before the holidays started, and I had time, and like it's a sweet spot of like they're in school all day and they're busy with their lives. So when they're babies, it's really hard. And then, when they are coming home. But it's like a couple of them needed to work from the house. So then, I'm like, all right, so sure, take up that space and take up that space. I'll just be in my closet. And then there's cookies that everybody wants to bake.
You're hiding in the closet?
I am hiding in the closet. Okay. And you know what? I'm very happy in there. Very happy.
That's the Christmas tradition that you love.
I do. I love coming out of the closet every Christmas morning.
All right.
It's a surprise for everybody.
I would think.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
This many years into your family.
Totally.
That would be a surprise.
Yeah. My husband is shocked. And then we also, my husband's family is Italian. And so we do the Feast of the Seven Fishes, which there's actually a movie on Netflix that's called Feast of the Seven Fish.
I just came across that while I was scanning through holiday movies recently.
You should watch it. It's actually really funny, and it is pretty spot on with like the time stamp on it is like 70s, 80s. And so it's kind of spot on, Pete says, with how his family was. But we have the tradition where we eat 7 different types of fish on Christmas Eve.
Now, see, this would be the one where I would say I'm out.
I know, because you're not a fishy guy.
I don't think there's 7 fish that I like.
Do you like fish sticks?
Yeah.
See, so that's one.
Right.
Do you like?
But that's gonna be like minced cod, probably.
No,
or a haddock, maybe.
Don't worry about it.
Or pollock.
It doesn't matter.
Probably a mix of all those.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you like a crab cake?
No.
Okay.
Not a fish either, but
we do anything that's in the ocean.
Okay.
So if it's in the ocean.
So the rules don't even apply.
All
Can
right.
I get a steak fish?
Was the cow swimming in the ocean?
Sure.
What about
a scuba
Swedish
apparatus.
fish?
Swedish fish, sure. I can do
Okay,
that.
so that's a second one.
Right, but the rest of the family is plowing into a salmon or whatever.
Bacala, salmon, crab cakes, mussels, calamari. There's who knows? Like some years it's been.
So it's different fish every year. What I don't understand this tradition. What is this from and why and how and is there's specific fish?
So
you just have to pick 7 types of seafood.
Yeah, I feel like there's rumors that have come to light for me that the whole reason that the Catholic Church on Fridays does the whole eat meat thing is because
Don't eat meat thing
is because the fishmongers were like, dude, And by dude, I mean like Pope, whomever.
Well, the idea is that it was meant to be a sacrifice, like Lent, is that you give up something. So
Right.
you were giving up meat on Fridays, and then somebody said, well, fish isn't meat, right? And then
Right.
it was like a loophole.
Right. And it was
that-
good for the fishmongers.
Sure.
So
But-
here we are. It's I can't remember. I am not being a good Italian wife.
But what I don't understand is,
Is
why is
why-
it 7
So
fishes?
in the Catholic tradition,
Because
there's-
it's not every Friday that you're doing this for 7 weeks, right?
No,
It's
no.
7 days in a row.
But think about like the apostles. There's a lot of sevens in the Catholic faith. Look up sevens in the Catholic faith, and I think there's a whole bunch of them. 7 sacraments.
Wait, there's 12 apostles.
okay.
I mean, I'm a lapsed Catholic, but even I know that.
Okay. Definitely, my mother cannot listen to this episode.
Yeah, but only 7 of them were kind of good. I mean, right?
I mean, look at that. That traitor
You
did.
take out Judas.
Judas.
You're down to 11 right there.
Okay. So here's
4 of those guys left weren't pulling their weight.
okay. Here's the deal. It has 7 sacraments.
Okay.
So that's a big thing. The idea of 7 days of creation, right? The whole idea of the Sabbath and the seventh on the 7th day. So there's a whole bunch of things. So I'm by the way, if you cannot tell that I am BSing this, I am so BSing this. So I'm saying that the 7 fish is associated with the sevens that
Okay.
are a constant in the Catholic faith.
So why only Italians celebrate this? And probably only Italian Americans, really.
Well, it's definitely a regional thing in Italy. This is not all over Italy. I can't remember if it's the north or the south. I would think wherever fishing is more prevalent.
I feel like this hasn't ever even been explained to you.
No, it 100% has
Pete
not.
has probably just said, let's have fish for 7 days in a row at Christmas. And you're like, yeah, okay.
I mean,
It makes it easier to do the meal planning to have a theme. So why not?
no, stop.
Meanwhile, Google says Feast of the Seven Fishes
Southern Italy.
is an Italian-American Christmas Eve tradition that involves a large meal of at least 7 different seafood fishes. The meal is also known as La Vigilia, which is Italian for the Eve. Okay, so on Christmas Eve, you're eating 7
Yes.
different fishes. I was thinking it was like a week worth.
No, it's Christmas Eve, and it
Okay.
is originated in southern Italy. I just found this. I did not suddenly become smart. Where the abundance of seafood along the coastline made fish a staple part of the diet. However, the specific 7 fishes aspect of the tradition is believed to have developed among Italian-American immigrants
Right.
who combined the ideas of large meatless Christmas Eve meal with a symbolic number 7 from the Catholic faith.
So it's got nothing to do with Meatless Fridays.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, it's just some Italians somewhere enjoyed fish
Yep.
so much that they said, let's do this every Christmas Eve.
Yep, and let's do 7 different types.
Right.
And then on the East Coast, Pete's family had their traditions where they had bacala, which is a salted cod that you then fry. They had smelt, which is disgusting to me. They had a pasta with red sauce and an anchovy. So a whole bunch of different things that traditionally they have had. Then we moved to the West Coast, and things like, there was always like how was something going to be cooked? Like it was going to switch it up. Well, we switch it up, and because like crab is big here, salmon, those kinds of things. So we have mixed it up, but we still have the staples of bacala, the anchovy sauce, things like that.
All right.
And so
I don't think I'm familiar with bacala. What is that exactly?
bacala is a great initiation for the non-fish likers. It is basically like a fish stick. So it's a salted cod, and so this was big when we went to Portugal. You get your cod and you salt the bejesus out of the cod. So
It's awful.
it is like leather.
Yeah.
And then what happens is it's a way to preserve it, right? So
Okay.
Then we get the cod, and you actually put it in water for about anywhere from 24 to 36 hours.
Got to get some of that salt off.
You change the water out, and it can change how salty the fish is then when you fry it. So because then you cut it into small pieces, you deep fry it, and so it's almost like a fish stick.
Okay.
So it's delicious. It's my favorite fish of the 7 fish. And then also the pasta with anchovy sauce. I love it. And because I like salty food, and the anchovy disintegrates into the red sauce, and it is freaking delicious. So if you like pasta with red sauce, you would like it.
So do you like anchovies on pizza?
No.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. Like, trust me, I would be able to help you navigate at least 4 fish.
Maybe.
So anyway,
okay. So that went well, though.
So it went well, but
Yes.
That's my point about the traditions is that they're not like, and everybody wears pajamas and we watch movies.
That sounds way more fun than eating a bunch of fish.
We do that. Our sliding.
No offense, Italian Americans.
Our sliding double slider door things, which I guess all sliding doors are technically like 2 doors. Grace writes down like the agenda for Christmas with that glass marker where she's like, here's the movies we have to watch. Here's the cookies we have to eat. Here's the fish that we're going to have. Like, there is an agenda, and they do help, but I'm sorry. It just seems to be up to, in somewhat traditional households like mine, it seems to be that the magic of Christmas is in the twinkle of my eye, which is really the ice in my cocktail shaking from stress. So that's how my holiday was. Thanks for asking.
Well, good. It sounds like you had a ton of fun.
We did. But the movie thing is big. Are you a big holiday movie watcher?
I try to, I don't watch the same movies every year. Like it sounds like you do and a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
I try to sprinkle in a classic that I enjoy, but also try and find some new ones, and maybe not even some Christmas ones that I haven't seen before, just for fun. And so this year, and it's not a movie, but Apple TV shows it as a movie. It's the Charlie Brown Christmas. So
yeah, they bought the rights to it. You can't see it anywhere else.
Right. So I signed up for like a bundle. So I'm getting Netflix, Apple, and Peacock.
Wow.
All for one low price.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I'm looking on Apple, and bizarrely, Apple, they seem to charge the most and have the least content.
Right.
So I'm not sure how long we're keeping this subscription for, but it did have the Charlie Brown Christmas on there. But conversely, I've been watching the latest season of Black Mirror because I haven't had Netflix for a while.
Oh.
And it's really good, but really bleak. But I wasn't sure which was bleaker. It's Christmas Charlie Brown or the Black Mirror season, which had me having less faith in humanity. Because if you watch that as an adult, those kids are little turds, you know?
Right?
They really treat Charlie Brown
awful,
horribly, and even his dog is a jerk, you know?
Totally selfish.
Oh, Linus is the only one that is decent at all.
Schroeder is like self-obsessed and like kind of narcissistic. Lucy is the epitome of a bully.
Oh, absolutely.
Like Sally is just a twerp.
Well, Sally's all right. That's his little sister, so she's preoccupied with love for Linus. But all the other characters, just maybe Pigpen, he's okay too. He's
a mess on a different level.
He's a mess on a different level. He's a hot mess.
What about the cute little redhead girl?
No, she doesn't appear in this.
I know.
But there is a redheaded girl named Rita that's a total jerk. So, yeah.
Rita.
And then they conclude on, well, Charlie Brown is a blockhead, but he got a nice tree. Like, that's the best thing they can say about him. So meanwhile, I'm watching the Black Mirror, and it's like
You're like,
it's like our grim future, the worst of humanity. But I'm like, still, this gives me a little more hope than the Charlie Brown special.
Wow, that's saying something.
Yeah. If you're surrounded by people that negative,
Well,
I can see why you're depressed.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Charlie Brown just needs some Zoloft too, by the way. I think he'll be okay.
Oh my God.
He needs to see a real doctor, not Lucy for 5 cents. She's just in it for the money.
There could be a whole like parody show that's like, what if Charlie Brown stopped going to Lucy and went on Zoloft, and like how his life would change. Also, maybe he needs glasses. Maybe the whole football thing.
He just needs to cut Lucy out of his life.
Yeah, she's just kind of the worst.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
meanwhile, she's actually like a role model for my business model. I'm like, how brilliant.
You charge a nickel?
Well,
set up an office in the woods.
Set up an office. People sit down.
Maybe
you give them the
hope
advice.
somebody gives you real estate for Christmas.
I did not get real estate for Christmas.
That was Lucy's top of her wish list.
Real estate.
I never get what I really want.
Real estate.
Yeah, real estate.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Should we take a break here?
Sure.
I'm thinking about Charlie Brown on Zoloft. Keep listening. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. This is Eric Ryder. If you like alternative rock, indie, post-punk, art rock, or whatever you want to call it, you may like the band Battersea. Our debut album, Shooting Day for Night, is out now, and you can find it at batterseatheband.bandcamp.com or most places you stream music, like Spotify, YouTube, etc. That's Battersea, BATTERSEA, theband.bandcamp.com. And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm Eric Ryder, one of your podcast pals.
I'm Stacy Heller. I'm the other one.
That's right. The Convo Kids right again. And, you know, I got to give a shout out to my sister because this is dropping on her birthday.
Oh.
December 26th, a.k.a. Boxing Day, a.k.a. Crystymas is what I like to call it. Because
oh, that's so, you're so rarely cute. That's so cute.
Because her name is Christy, if you hadn't
I
figured
got
that out. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. I shared with my mom about...
so happy birthday.
Happy
Christy,
birthday,
by the way.
Christy.
She's never going to listen to this, but still, I feel like obliged to celebrate her on this day.
I think that's cute.
Yeah.
And I think you should share this with her. What do you mean? She's not a longtime listener? First-time caller?
I think she's in her own little world.
Well, that's fair. And you know what, Christy? You stay there. You do your thing. Because if I'm not mistaken, you live in a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll come visit. Anyway, I shared with my mom about Noel Day because we talked about it last time that Christmas Day is Alphabet Day. It's Noel Day.
Right.
She was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I think I'm with Mom on this one.
Yeah, well, you know what? Then today is a good day for you because it's also National Whiners Day.
Well, here
and
we
that's
are.
with an H.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Tomorrow is
We didn't. By the way, we didn't get in the last segment into the movies that you watched.
Oh, you want to know about the movies I watched?
Kind of.
Let's not talk about the stupid holidays then.
Yeah, who
Let's talk
cares?
about the movies. Yeah, who cares? Okay. So every year we have to watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, that's one that I typically find myself catching at least part of every Christmas
100%.
season. Yeah.
So that is a big one. And it's funny, like, how cyclical it is with the kids. When they were little, they didn't get it, and they were like, ah.
Yeah.
And then, like, they've sat down, and they're like, this is sort of dark. Speaking of dark. They're like, he's going to jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
Like, they're talking about suicide back in, like, the 40s or whatever it was. And then they'll also watch, and they'll be like, Bert and Ernie, do you think that Bert and Ernie were named after Bert and Ernie? Like, all these different things that they notice. So we always watch that. Of course, we watch...
My mouth's bleeding, Bert! My mouth's bleeding!
Hey, pretty good impression.
Mary! You're an old crone!
Right? Oh, my gosh. Mary!
Mary! Zuzu pedals!
Exactly. That's a pretty good impression. Not bad. All right.
It's fun.
It's good.
And you know, Spanky is in this. From our gang?
Really?
No, it's not Spanky. It's Alfalfa.
Alfalfa
A grown-up
is?
Alfalfa
No
is
way.
in. Yes. Yeah, you know the scene where they're in the gym dancing and then the pool opens up?
Yes, and they all jump in?
Yeah, grown-up Alfalfa from our gang.
Stop it.
And the Little Rascals.
Yeah.
He's in it.
I'm going to have to look for him.
Yeah, he still looks like Alfalfa in
That's
there.
with like little hair sticking up?
No, he doesn't have the hair sticking up, but he's still, he's very recognizable in it.
Let's talk about that gym where the floor opens up and there's a pool.
That's pretty cool.
Do they still have that kind of thing?
I don't know. I think probably that the water and wood don't make so.
Well, that's my thing. I'm like, how do you have that? That like this crazy dance floor and then
I'm sure it was
by
like
the light of the moon.
Exciting new technology at the time that after 5 years realized was unsustainable.
Well, and moldy and gross. Yeah.
But what an investment in the high school of Bedford Falls, a small town, you know.
Right? To have hydraulics that move the floor so that you can go swimming.
Yeah.
And to have had a pool at that time at your high school.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's where all the money went, by the way.
Yeah. Now, I'm just surprised Mr. Potter would allow such a thing because clearly he seems to be in control.
Big time.
Did you ever see, and we might have talked about this before, but the lost ending of It's a Wonderful Life that they did on Saturday Night Live? Look it up when you have a chance. It's one of the funniest things ever. Basically, they figure out that Mr. Potter got the money in the savings and loan from his uncle because it was in the newspaper, right? And then they go, well, what are we waiting for? Let's go get him. And then they go and they beat the snot out of Mr. Potter. And then, no, you listen to me. George Bailey, you're in enough trouble as it is. And then he gets out of the wheelchair. Why, you're not even a cripple. And then George and Mary just like drop kick him and like spin him around. It's very funny.
Oh my gosh. All right. I will totally, as soon as we are done here, I am totally looking this
look
up.
it up if you haven't seen it. It's one of the funniest things
I
they ever
love when SNL or other comedy shows or comedians or whatever have a funny take on things. It's so good. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we watched that. We watched Home Alone, of course, Die Hard, the
Gremlins? Is that in there?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Gremlins? Should it be? Because they
it's a Christmas movie.
I guess
and
so.
It's fun. We watched it again this year. And, there's a character that's pretty similar to Mr. Potter in there. This cranky old lady that
I don't
has
think
all the
I've
money.
seen it since I saw it in the movie theater.
Worth a revisit.
All right.
I mean, the town is full of really dumb people, but nevertheless, it's entertaining. And by the way, the rules for Gremlins make no sense whatsoever.
Certain time of day.
Yeah, you can't feed them after midnight. Well, it's always after midnight. There's it will make more sense if they're like, you can't feed them after dark. Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
How about
it is always after midnight.
Right. But then sun up, okay, so we can feed them again? I mean,
Yeah.
You can't get them wet because then they reproduce. Okay, fair enough. But how do they stay hydrated? Everybody needs hydration.
You're asking excellent questions.
Right.
Wow. The things that you think about.
They would just be a dried out husk. that never had a meal in their life if you followed these rules strictly.
So then they'd just be like those troll dolls that used to be on the end of pencils that
Right.
you just like shake and their hair's like,
they would be
"Woo!"
mogwai jerky, basically.
Huh. All right. All the things that it's good to be the day past the holidays. We don't have to be so
Yes.
dang festive anymore. Drop kick those gremlins too while we're at it.
Yeah, yes.
Sick them on Mr. Potter.
Yes. But nevertheless, it's pretty entertaining.
Oh
so
my gosh,
give it a
that's-
shot next year, maybe.
All right, I'll check that one out. I did watch Little Women, which so as a little girl, or as
As a little woman.
as a little woman, I loved that book. I read it over and over and over again, and loved it so much that
I know nothing about Little Women aside from the title. What is this about?
Okay. So
And why do you watch it on Christmas? Is this a Christmas movie?
well, it's sort of like, Gremlins, like, was it given as a Christmas gift kind of thing?
Mhm.
So in the movie, there is a Christmas, and they're having to do it without their father because he's off at war, and they have a book that they're given, Pilgrim's Progress. There's also the Christmas when they're excited to dig into their Christmas feast for breakfast, which, because they're poor, it's not a huge feast, but it's a feast
It's not
nevertheless.
seven fish.
Right, it's no seven fish.
Leftover fish
Dried cod that's
from the
salty.
night before. Yeah.
And so the mother, who is very altruistic, has been out visiting a very poor family that is newly moved into an area or like a house near them. And so without much prodding, convinces the girls to give up their Christmas breakfast to bring to this poor family, where dear Beth, one of the sisters, ends up getting sick because they have a long time then relationship with the Hummel family. So it's a around the calendar movie, but there are some Christmas vibes in there. And it's such a good movie. It's such a feminist
Well, which
book.
one do you like? Because I think there's probably like 10
there's
adaptions of this classic novel.
I've seen it. I think it was with Peter Lawford was in it, and maybe Katharine Hepburn. I've seen the latest. I just saw the latest with Timothée Chalamet. I've seen the one, I think it was Winona Ryder. I've seen probably 4 or 5 different versions of it. This one was really good. This one really brought back the book for me. Like I was like, I forgot about
You say
that.
this one is
This
you're
version.
talking about the
Timothée
latest
Chalamet
version? Okay.
Yeah, and it has I can't say her name. The Sorcy Rowan. How do you say her name? I didn't say it right. Stop laughing at me.
No, it's because we talked about this. How I
totally
always
did.
get her name wrong too. So I'm not alone. and I typically do get Irish names right, but for some reason I've got like a mental block with Saoirse.
Saoirse.
I think it's Saoirse.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
And so I really and apparently it's Timothée. It's not Timothy.
Okay.
Whatever. But it also had
I think
Emma.
it's Timothy.
Okay, but it also had Florence Pugh. It had Emma Watson.
Laura Dern. It
Yeah,
looks like
Meryl
Bob
Streep was in it.
Odenkirk is in it. All right.
See, hey.
I might have to check it out.
So it was for me the most true to the book that I recall of any version I've seen.
All right.
And it was just good. It's actually a really feminist, empowering book. And I loved it as a young woman, a little woman.
Well, speaking of that, I watched one not Christmas related at all, but based on a classic novel called The Lies That We Tell. This came out a couple years ago, and I think it kind of flew under the radar, but it's out there on the streaming services, and it's really good.
Really?
Yeah. It's about a young heiress who inherits her father's estate when he dies, but because she's underage, he sends, or in his will, sends her uncle to come live with her at her estate. And the uncle is steeped in controversy because they think that he killed the guy, but he got away with it basically because it was set up to look like suicide, basically.
Okay.
But so she's like, she has such faith in her father's judgment that she doesn't decide to contest this at all, even though like her advisors are like, hey, you might contest this and we could probably get this overturned, basically. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, I'm not going to contest this. Let him come. And he comes and brings his children and their maid, basically, or governess, and then so it takes a dark turn. And she can't figure out how to get rid of them.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's really good.
All right.
I recommend it. Yeah.
All right.
So
I finally watched.
It's like 90 minutes too, so it's very tight. There's no fat on it.
Ooh,
so, yeah.
That's nice. I finally watched Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great movie.
It was a great movie, and it was on the heels of my visit with my mother. So I was like, so you're saying on another plane in the universe, I could be beating up my mother? I'm like, tell me more about this.
With hot dog hands.
With hot dog hands.
That it wouldn't be so bad.
I was like, interesting. Yeah, it was a lot. Like, I feel like you have to see it twice.
It's everything, everywhere.
It is.
All at once.
All at once.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fascinating. Yeah, so that is, I mean, I feel like there's way more. I mean, all the animated ones, of course, and the kids, Elf. I also like Fred Claus.
Okay.
The one with Vince Vaughn.
I watched Elf a couple years back, and I wasn't terribly impressed with it, but I know it's like a huge favorite for a lot of people.
It's definitely a beloved, feel-good, goofy, but I definitely prefer Fred Claus. I really like.
I've never seen that one, so I might have to check it out.
Who is the guy that was in Sideways, the wine movie? I can't think of what his name is. I'm gonna have to look this up. It's Vince Vaughn and
Paul Giamatti.
Yes.
Okay.
He's Santa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And his brother is Fred, and his brother is like Santa, and is like bitter, and it's great because he teaches Santa, his brother, that there really aren't good and bad boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
There are good and bad circumstances.
Sure.
And so everyone deserves something. And it also has that guy that is no longer welcome in Hollywood, Kevin Spacey.
Well, speaking of Paul Giamatti, if you want a really great Christmas movie, if you haven't seen The Holdovers yet, I highly recommend that. He stars in it. He's really good. It's very touching. It's set at Christmas time. All right. Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. I highly recommend that.
Interesting.
So add that to the
list. I know. We need to have a, what is it, Letterbox? There's an app that's called, I think, Letterbox that's sort of like Goodreads for movies.
Right.
We need to start one that is for our show. And like put a rating in and the whole thing, because we talk about movies all the time.
Yeah. We talk about food. We talk about movies.
I know. I mean,
these are the things.
These are our things. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So that's some of the movies. So a lot of classics. And then, of course, a new classic that I've talked about, I think, before is Violent Night.
Oh, yeah. You saw that when I was in the theater. I haven't seen it yet. I got to look for that one again.
We watched it.
That makes me want to watch Krampus again, too, because I saw that a while back and enjoyed that quite a bit. So.
Oh, and then, of course, National Lampoon's Christmas movie.
Christmas Vacation.
Vacation.
Yeah, a lot of people love that, too. I think it's slightly overrated, but, there is a lot of fun stuff.
It's the nostalgia of it. Come on. The really important question is, do you make Christmas cookies, holiday cookies?
I don't.
What?
Yeah, I don't bake cookies usually.
Dude, I'm going to have to bring you some leftover cookies, and I'll bring you a tray of holiday cookies.
That was part of the holiday party here at work. And so I went home with a bunch of cookies. The girlfriend ate them, but I was happy that she did and I even said, I brought these home for you.
Nice.
So I don't want to disparage her
I know,
and respect.
I'm like, the girlfriend.
But she has, I thought I had a sweet tooth. She really has a sweet tooth. So, yeah, she luckily made short work of those, so I wasn't tempted. Because if I got sweets in the house, like in plain sight, they're going to go, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like, what else are you going to do with
The
them?
mental Ozempic that I talked about has its limits.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is very fair. I added a new one to the roster this year, and it was a fan favorite. Have you ever heard of a Buckeye?
No.
Peanut butter Buckeye. So it's basically peanut butter, confectioner sugar, butter, and it's no bake, and you mix it together, and you dip it in chocolate so it looks like a Buckeye. So there's the peanut butter pupil, if you will.
Okay.
So
That
these,
sounds good.
right? But
Yeah.
these are better. These, you take crunchy peanut butter,
Mm-hmm.
confectioner sugar, butter,
I'm on board. Yeah.
and Rice Krispies.
Oh, okay.
And you mix them also in a ball, and then
Yeah.
you dip them in chocolate fully ensconce them.
I feel like this should have been talked about during our cereal episode.
I know, but I didn't know about it then. This is, like I said, it's recent, and it
Well, we'll go back and edit this in. I don't have enough to do.
is fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Rice Krispie fan, but with all the other stuff, I think I could definitely tolerate
It just has a little crunch. It is not. It leads with peanut butter. It doesn't lead with Rice Krispie.
Sold.
Done. All right, I'll bring you some. All right. Should we take a break so we have time for what our actual topic is?
Yeah. And
I'm not going to lie. I forgot what it is.
Well, I don't think you did forget. I think that's a lie because it's 2 lies and a truth.
You got one.
Which I think is normally supposed to be 2 truths and a lie, but
all right.
you
Well,
know, sometimes things get flip-flopped in our minds, or
Yeah.
maybe you did that on purpose. I guess we'll find out
I guess so.
when I quiz you on why we chose this as a topic
Okay.
when we come back. So stay tuned for more. Don't Ask Me to Talk. This is Eric Ryder reminding you to follow us on Facebook. We're at Don't Ask Me to Talk, and we're on Instagram, again, at Don't Ask Me to Talk. We'd love to hear from you, so check us out on social media and leave us a comment. Leave us a like. Remember, you can always email us directly at asking@don'taskmetotalk.com or leave us a voicemail or text at 475-999-2726. That's 475-999-2726.
Don't ask me to talk. We're back, and you're listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk with your hosts, Stacy Heller.
And Bob Newhart. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Because of our topic today,
Oh!
which is 2 lies and a truth.
Which,
So that's 1 lie out of the way for me, because I'm actually Eric Ryder. Not, believe it or not.
nailed it.
Despite stammering as much as I do, I am not Bob Newhart. I
that
should be
man.
so lucky.
Right? That man is just, or was? Is he dead?
I think he's passed. Yes.
Rest in peace. He was just wonderful.
A-
He just seemed wonderful.
A brilliant comic,
Yeah.
and by all accounts, a good guy.
Right? Like, just good, salt of the earth kind of a guy. And actually, there's a second lie, which is that really I fumbled the bag when I put on the wheel that this was going to be 2 lies and a truth, because the game is 2 truths and a lie.
What now?
So when I put on the wheel o topics, 2 lies and a truth, what I
Uh-huh.
meant was 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Because that's the game.
Well, now I got to come up with another truth.
Yeah, well, I'll go first, and then.
And was there anything happening in life recently that inspired this to be put on the wheel? And go ahead and use one of your lies now if you want.
Yes, I was actually taking a lie detector test about a situation that I had with work, and they have the questions that you have to ask as like a baseline.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like nerve-wracking. But then I was thinking like about the fact that, changing my name, and I have always said that if under oath I was asked what my name is, that like I would be able to pass the lie detector test because I go by my first name, my maiden name, and then my married name. However, technically, by law, that is not my name. I never changed my name. So while taking this lie detector test, it didn't go through that I was lying, even though I was lying. So my point is that sometimes if
now, is this a true story?
Yes! What, you don't believe me?
No.
But the name part is true.
Okay.
The name part is true. The lie detector part is not true. But you do have to, when you take a lie detector test, they ask you some basic questions that are a baseline. And if they did ask me my name, I would pass. Because I think that if you tell part of the truth or if you believe it to be true, then you're going to pass.
They call me Stacy. They call me Lady. They call me Mally.
That's not my name.
That's you taking the test.
Exactly. Exactly. So anyway, no, nothing was going on. I just was thinking about icebreakers, and probably I think one of my kids was talking about how they had to go to some work event and they play like these games all the time and things to get conversation started. And so they had to do that. And for my son, one of them is I was recruited for football and for college, which is actually true. But you have to understand that my son played freshman football and he stood on the line. And when it was time to kick off, he just stood there and lifted up his helmet to say, Eagles. So it's a joke that he was recruited for football. Like, that's how bad this school's football team is, I guess. I don't know. Okay. But anyway. Yeah. So that's all that I was thinking about. I was thinking about icebreakers and, there's a lot of different directions to come to when it comes to filling up the wheel of topics.
That is true.
It's not easy.
That's true. We have 56, 52
topics a year.
Topics a year, yes.
Well, and
why did I say 56? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Leap week.
Well, there you go.
Or leap weeks.
I think I was thinking of 356 days a year.
Oh, yeah, that could be it. Yeah. So I was thinking that the way that we could do this is we say 3 things, right? Obviously, 1 is a lie, 2 are true, and you can ask questions about them to see if you can suss out which is the lie.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, it's fun. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I'm a little too afraid, though, that I've told you, like, everything.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way, too. Like, so, we've covered a lot of
territory. We've covered a lot.
We've mined a lot of our life story for this podcast.
Exactly. So I'm a little nervous about this. But here we go. Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
So you're just going to list these 3 things, and then I can ask you questions about them to determine which one is the lie. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
My prom date was related to Christopher Reeve.
Okay.
I went to the Jerry Maguire movie premiere.
Okay.
Ethan Hawke went to school with me.
Now I feel like, okay, yeah, I feel like I know the answer to this because I think some of these are things that we talked about on the show before.
Maybe.
So now I feel like I'm cheating.
Well, it's all right.
Okay. the Jerry Maguire movie premiere, you said you went to that?
I did.
Okay. What year did that come out?
I have no idea. However, it was definitely I want to say it was before I had kids, or I just had Annie, and it was in New York. And I know that's shocking. And I got an opportunity to meet Cuba Gooding Jr. and Renee Zellweger and Bonnie Hunt, and Richard Kind was there. And I sat at the table with the guy that played Dickie Fox.
Dickie Fox. Okay, now, see, I'm at something of a handicap here because I've never seen Jerry Maguire.
What? Eric!
This is the Tom Cruise movie with the Show Me the Money, right?
Yes, and it's honestly the only Tom Cruise movie I think that I like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's a Tom Cruise movie that I like, and I can't think of one.
Right.
Oh, wait. Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
He said that. I like that.
Yes,
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
That is very, very good.
Yes.
But that was like crazy for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And my follow-up question was going to be, who is in Jerry Maguire? Who stars in Jerry Maguire? But you just listed off some people that starred in Jerry Maguire.
Yep.
So obviously you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
Regardless of if you saw it at the premiere.
Many times, actually.
Okay. What was the other stories?
My prom date was related to Christopher Reeve.
Okay.
His name was Neil Reeve.
And is Neil Christopher's cousin?
I can't remember. Definitely not brother. I can't remember if it was like a cousin or like once removed kind of things. Mm-hmm. And Neil's full name was Cornelius.
Cornelius Reeve. Okay. Mm-hmm. And are you still in touch with Cornelius?
I am not, but I have thought about looking him up on Facebook to check him out and see, like, hey, he was a gentleman at prom.
Okay.
And held back my short hair while I barfed.
And when did you lose touch with Cornelius?
Probably shortly after prom.
Okay. For reasons that have now become obvious.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. And then you went to school with Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, in Princeton, New Jersey.
Okay. High school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. High school.
All right. And what's your favorite Ethan Hawke movie?
I mean, honestly, Dead Poets Society, because it was the movie that shortly after he headed off to Carnegie Mellon for a minute, and then he started making movies. Like, he had already done Stand By Me, or no, the Young Explorers, or whatever that movie was. But I loved Dead Poets Society. Like, that was just such a good movie. But then there's, like, I think he was in Training Day with Denzel Washington, and, like, he also did, like, the Before Sunset, Before Sunrise, like, those movies. So he's been in, quite a few.
All right. And what school did you say you went to with him?
PDS.
PDS?
Princeton Day School.
Princeton Day School. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we
and
we don't have all day, so
and the best play that he was amazing in. Let me put it this way: I didn't save any of the play programs.
Were you friends with Ethan Hawke?
Yeah, and
or
I
did
dated.
You just go to school?
No, I dated his friend. Well, okay, dated. We're gonna do air quotes here. Dated his friend Mark, and I didn't save any of the high school programs from any of the plays that I was associated with, but I did save the program for when he was in the Glass Menagerie.
Okay. All right. I'm going to guess.
Okay.
I think you did not go to the Jerry Maguire premiere.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
100%. I went to the Jerry Maguire premiere.
Okay, so you didn't go to school with Ethan Hawke.
I was friends with Ethan, and I dated his friend Mark, and I saw him in the Glass Menagerie. However, I went to an all-girls school. He went to another school in Princeton.
Okay. So that is the lie.
That is the lie.
Fair enough.
But there's the art of lying is having elements of truth.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was good because I was vaguely remembering some of these stories, some of these connections, and then thinking, okay, well, I vaguely remember Ethan Hawke being involved somewhere, and I vaguely remember Christopher Reeve being involved somewhere. I don't recall all the juicy details.
So my theme was my celebrity encounters.
Okay.
Yeah. Which that all just sort of worked out well. All right.
All right.
Ready?
One of my favorite bands, the lead guitarist from one of my favorite bands, recently messaged me on Facebook to say that he caught one of our concerts, my band, Battersea's concerts, and that he loved it and said that he really liked it, liked our music and liked the performance and considered himself a fan and even looked us up online.
Wow.
Yeah. Another story. I am distantly related to former President Gerald Ford.
Okay.
And let's see. I'm shopping for a new car.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So the three things that I have to pick are you're shopping for a car, you're related to Gerald Ford,
right,
and the lead guitarist of your favorite band saw you, messaged you, complimented you, the band, your music. They've looked you up.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, you're probably looking for a new car. So I feel like, wait, are we doing two truths?
That's right.
Lies?
It's two truths and a lie, right? That's what we settled on?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that's true. And
Wait, what is true?
That you're shopping for a car.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other truth.
Something. Yep.
I feel like part of the lead guitarist story is true, but part of it is not.
What part do you think is not true?
Well, here's why. You told a story once about a time that you when you went to a strip club.
Yes.
And it was with like this band that you love and you were hanging out with them and whatever. So the fact
it wasn't that band.
Okay. But the fact that you have been able to get up close to some of the people that you really admire, that wouldn't surprise me. And that it would be somebody local because you're not like, Bono's my main man.
Not local.
Oh.
Or I mean, this guy is local, but he's not from here. So from Scotland, actually.
I still think that one is truth.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Gerald Ford, I feel like you would have like pulled that card out before. So I think you're getting a new car. And I'm still going with the band thing.
As true or false?
As true.
Okay.
Because I want that for you.
Okay.
So that's my guess.
Okay, so you're saying I'm not related to Gerald Ford.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yes.
Nicely done.
That's so exciting about the band guy.
Yes. Yeah. I was that just made my
chuffed.
Day. I was beyond chuffed.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Because as it turns out, this guitarist actually lives in Tacoma and caught us playing in the park. And he reached out to just say that he liked our music. And I mean, it really made my day because this is a band I've been listening to since I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
And, I bought all their records and I've seen them live a bunch of times. And so, yeah, I never...
Did you fangirl back?
I kind of did. Now I'm a little embarrassed about it, but hopefully he took it in the spirit of which it was intended, which was you just made my day. So yeah.
You know what? I think that ultimately, like sometimes when you meet people that are like your heroes, you're trying to like play it cool and you're like, okay, you're like, whatever. But like, I think it's nice when you're sort of like excited. I mean, hey, when I went to the Jerry Maguire movie premiere, actually what was really fun about that premiere is that everybody was in infancy of their stardom. And so while Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise hung out, it was actually held on a cruise ship. And while they hung out in, like the swanky area, the rest of us were all hanging out sort of not below deck, but like in the main parts of the boat. And so Cuba Gooding is like, I bump into him and he's like, oh, sorry. And he's freaking out. And, Renee Zellweger's waiting for her limousine with her shoes off. And she's like, I probably shouldn't be wearing those shoes. This is probably gross, right? And then Bonnie Hunt and Richard Kind, he's like, where's my driver? I can't believe my driver. And then she looks over and she's like, I know, right? Like real people problems. I mean, it was just like all of them lived up to who they are. But it's fun to have your brushes with people.
It absolutely is,
the people that you admire.
That for sure. And you've made me think of a couple things that next time we do this.
You'll forget.
Yeah, I'll forget, but maybe I'll be able to pull out some truths a little easier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just got to lie a little. But I wanted that one to be true for you. And I'm so glad that it's true for you because you deserve it. Battersea is great music. Your music is really good. And you guys, you hear the ads in the middle of our show. You should go check it out and check them out. The music is good.
Well, that's very kind of you. Now, we are unfortunately out of time, so we got to figure out what we're talking about next week in the new year.
Okay.
In 2025, if man is still alive. Sex ed.
Oh.
Say what?
Yeah. How were we told about it? Thoughts about it? Like, was there conversation? Who told you? All that kind of good stuff. I mean, such a memorable time in our young, impressionable lives and minds.
Sure.
All right. Excellent. Or maybe you need help. I don't know. I could bring a condom and a banana for next time if you need some help.
That's all right.
All right. Well, so in the meantime, have a great week, everybody. Thanks for listening to Don't Ask Me to Talk.
Happy holidays. Have a wonderful new year. Thanks for listening. We'll be back with you in 2025, bringing you more insanity.
Woohoo! Bye.